is Another Gay Horror Pod with Stuart Ross and Jesse Tevitt.
Wait. And another thing about Friday the 13th, part 3. Just wanted to come in on that. I know you can edit however you want, but I'm an entertainer, gentlemen. I'm a comedian.
We are abrupt editors, and it's edited by a man with no training and no skill, and it's me. I'm
proud of you.
Unless I really need to remove something, I just leave it in because.
Hey, how do you two know each other?
We're friends of friends. Yeah, being gay in the streets.
Can you believe
being gay together?
No, we have mutual friends, and we'd always run into each other at Akbar. And during the slowdown last year, was like, well, I need to do something. I need to organize something. So I was like, I'll do a podcast. And then I was like, who do I like talking about movies with? And then
I popped up.
Nice.
I was in the bushes, and I said me.
But it is like,
what are you doing here?
We've been mostly becoming friends on this podcast. We knew each other, but we were just like good acquaintances.
Nice. Right. I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah. I think it's too. Yeah. It's like we're.
Since I stopped drinking in 2012, my Akbar life, it used to be my second home. You'll find my picture on the wall.
Your picture is on the wall.
Hard enough.
Yeah. Is it?
But it's not a headshot. It's me and my ex-best friend in photo booth pictures, and we signed it. But it was one of the first that went up in probably 07, 06, but maybe 08. But my point is, I met so many, including exes, that I'm still friends with at Akbar. So much of my life revolved around Akbar. Yeah. And so when I hear people I'm like, oh, I kind of, and I do still do comedy shows there, but I still have this place in my heart where I'm like, but if I would have kept it up and not quit drinking, I would have died. So I guess it's
especially with the pores at Akbar.
I was just going to say the pores are heavy, heavy.
First of all, me and my ex-best friend who I'm in the picture with, who moved away, we would get everything free. It would be like vodka, because I'll say, if I end up in rehab, I'm blaming you guys. And then I did. It was like vodka soda, and it was free. Just tankards. Tankards, I tell you. Tumblers and tankards.
Maybe that's why I don't, because I can't hold my alcohol at all anymore. And I used to go to Akbar all the time, and I never
It's also getting taken over by straight people.
That's true.
They found it.
Ruin everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is why I'm now an Eagle
enjoyer.
Oh yeah, there you go.
The straight people, I don't think they're going to go to the Eagle.
I like high tops.
High tops.
On
the last time
Vermont.
My friends had a Halloween party, High Tops Los Feliz is around the corner there on Kingswell.
Yeah.
And we walked over for a sec to see what was going on, and I've never seen a straighter bar. It was like TGI Fridays in Duluth on a Wednesday night. It was nothing but this is actual Halloween, it's so disgusting.
Well, High Tops
screaming drunk girls in costumes with the guys they brought. It made me want to.
Was this the WeHo one or the Los?
This is Los Feliz. This is Los fucking Feliz. But it wasn't even Los Feliz people who clearly came in. It was a whole. I've been there other times where it's not like that.
Right.
But it's let us have our queer spaces still, even though hooray for everyone and equality. Let us have our queer fucking spaces.
What it is, I like High Tops because sometimes I go in there and I'm like, it is only queer women. I feel like an invader in their space.
Yeah, they're probably get the fuck out.
Yeah, get away from me.
And then you're like, no, you get out. And then you guys just shout at each other for an hour, and you're like, okay, well, I'll just go home.
It's I don't know. I don't go out as much anymore, so it's.
I know my hotspot is Mi Casa, is my couch. Let me tell you.
That sounds great. Where is it? Is there a line?
It's really close to Akbar, actually.
It's a great location. I love the apartment.
And it's walking distance to Akbar. So
and you know what? That was the goddamn selling point. That was can't wait.
Yeah,
and now, fast forward 5 years,
you don't even go.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's good that you don't hold your liquor, because I was a tank for years until it caught up with me.
Yeah,
and it's and I was always
yeah.
I was so proud of myself until I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, now, like Stuart said, straight people are just crawling all over Akbar. So ultimately, I think you made the right call.
I think on a week, I don't know, I haven't been there that much, but when I do the comedy shows there, it's still pretty gay, right?
Yeah.
Weeknights?
It's like Friday and Saturday.
I don't even go on the weekend.
Yeah.
But it's I do the comedy nights there sometimes, and it's pretty gay. It's a lot of gay guys who don't like to laugh at other gay guys, so that feels great. But
Well, if there's one thing gay guys hate, it's other gay guys succeeding.
Completely.
Yeah, gay guys hate to see other gay guys succeed.
What's the opposite of women's stories matter, except gay guys? Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
I did a chunk of my new solo show, which is about work I've done and being on sitcoms about this murder that happened, that I met the murderer, and it's like this whole thing. So I do a chunk of it. I've done it at comedy nights to like promote the show. So I did one which is almost entirely straight people, Bar Bandini, like right at Echo Park, right across from Mohawk, you know, and it was almost entirely, as Kara Klink, my friend who hosted, she was like, this is all first dates. It was a very diverse group of straight people, first dates, dating, like in the 30s. Yeah. Diverse, all races, all kind, like literally, it was like it was cast. And it was
central casting was consulted.
50 people. Yeah. And this sounds obnoxious to say, but it fucking killed. And people were like, and like guys, straight guys, like, people just so supportive. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, because I wasn't sure if I was trying out material, right? Right. So then a week later, I do it at Akbar, which I've done many times, and I've done okay there before. Like, I've had good nights and bad nights there because I'm not necessarily stand-up. So I do the same chunk of material at Akbar, and it was other female comedians, and lots of, it's not always like this, but lots of like mostly white, straight, gay guys. And like mostly crickets. Yeah. Just sort of like, because I talk about being on TV, I talk about people I've worked with, hopefully not in a bad way. I talk about different things that I'm sure I was like, oh, they're like shutting down and turning away from me. They don't want to hear about my problems on a sitcom that I was on, you know, or whatever. Yeah. And I was just like, and then afterwards,
they were all up for that role.
Yeah. They're too young, but like, cause this was 10 years ago, but like afterwards I was like, I did it kind of as an experiment, because usually people come up and, you know, people, all these guys keep coming up to the women and talking to them, and no one would even talk to me or look at me. Crazy. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. Cause I was like, it was particularly, but it's not always like that, but I was like, this is the worst of it. And I'm like, none of these guys want to give me the time of day. Yeah. They don't want to say like, good job, or that was funny, or ask a question, which is usually what happens, because the story's fucking crazy. Yeah. You know,
so if it's like, even if they didn't find it, like, even if they weren't on the floor, they could at least say, great job. Like, you know, or good to see you.
And I don't do it to get that, but I was just like, and some people, like my one friend I was telling you, they're probably kind of intimidated. And I'm like, really? Me intimidating?
No, but they are. Up. They're just jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just jealous of us because they're pretty.
Yeah.
That's my bad imitation of female trouble. Like, just jealous of us because they're pretty. I hate this school and all these dumb teachers that don't know one thing. We should be teaching this school, not them. Okay.
You would act bar. You're like shouting it on the bar. Yeah. We should be teaching this school. They're like, okay, Sam, can you just get off the bar, please?
Don't think I haven't done a performance in full drag in 6-inch heels on that bar in 1999. Thank you.
And you should bring her back. Because maybe if you were in drag, the gay guys would like it.
Oh no, of course, that's like the thing is like they like the drag queens, most of them, and they like and queer women show up for other queer women, and gay men show up for queer women. But it's not. It's been a lifelong thing of like they don't necessarily show up for other queer men, except for if you get to Mateo Lane level and you're already hot. You know, Mateo's hot.
Yeah. Well, it is. I think we're sort of seeing some of that to dovetail back on our conversation about heated rivalry. I'm seeing gay guys online being like, heated rivalry is not that good. And like Jordan Firstman, who was like, that's not how gay people have sex. And I was like, that's kind of how gay people have sex. I don't know what to tell you. But it like, I think
Jordan.
I think it's too, like, people in LA are already kind of bitchy. But then I think gay guys are already kind of bitchy.
Including me. Yeah. I'm guilty.
But I think it's a combination of like gay guys being jealous. Yeah, Jesse's not a bitch.
I'm a perfect angel. I've never bitched about I've never said a bad thing about anyone on this podcast.
Jesse, what is your name when you RSVP to parties on Partiful?
Oh, that's true. I put an actual bitch and I forgot to change it. That's true.
So when someone invited me
that I didn't know well.
I love it.
I first of all, Partiful. Yes. Continue. Sorry, continue, Sam.
No, it needs to calm the fuck down because I can't. it's a trap because I want to go to the thing, and even now kind of professional things, and like you can't, if you get out of it, they're like, you'll never hear from us again, we're broken up, you'll never hear from us. They really, you want to get out? And then you miss the details and you get back in, they're like it just keeps fucking coming.
It's either way too much information or no information. You can't they're going to remind you 25 times, but they're not going to remind you with enough time to actually make the thing.
Yeah, that's
exactly
so true.
Yeah. Also, they're trying to make it into like post your pictures, how to make a comment. They're trying to make it into a social thing, and I'm not fucking interested.
No. I've got enough platforms to manage. Thank you very much, Partiful. If you're listening to this, and we know you're a huge fan and a sponsor, Partiful.
but also, someone someone one of us knows someone who works at Partiful, and y'all fucking know it's true.
Someone listening to this episode.
Also, it's a thing of like, what, your not phone number? It's just like another bitchy gay guy, girl, anyone at the gate being like, I'm sorry, but did you give your phone number? Oh no, then you can't see who's going, so fuck you.
That is
means yes.
That is a really baffling feature. That really kind of pisses me off.
I hate having to RSVP to see who's going and then un-RSVP when I see who's going.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Or leave myself on maybe because I saw who's going and I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like
one friend recently, his birthday, I'm like, I'm going to be out of town anyway. I was like, okay, kind of, I'd love to see him. And so again, Partiful today was like, bitch, we're waiting for you. And we're going to keep sending these until you say yes, no, or maybe cunt. And then I was like, oh, can't go. And then I was like, 81 fucking people are going to gather at random bar I won't mention. I'm not going to fucking go to that shit. I wouldn't be to say hi to my friend. All the guys, it's like all hot gay guys thing. So maybe I would go if I was in town because I am in a whore period. Just so we're all clear about that. Very much in a whore period.
Be. Standing with you in solidarity.
Thank you.
You're healing from flu.
This felt weird. This felt weird. Sorry.
Predated the flu. Yes. Actually, the flu was a downtime, and I did not enjoy that aspect of it. And when my libido came back, I know I was better. And boy,
you're back online.
Yeah, but I'm back online. All systems go.
She's
Ready
back.
Player One. Ready Player Pancake.
The Partiful invite said at ASAP coming right now.
Yeah. Yes.
I highly recommend changing your name to Actual Bitch because then you will receive
less invites
or no invites. I really should update it, but it's just too entertaining.
And it's now who you are.
It's who I am.
Yeah.
By the way, Sam, I don't have a photo. It just says AB, Actual Bitch.
I literally have to remember every time I'm inviting people to things that Jesse's name in Partiful is Actual Bitch.
Yeah.
First name Actual, last name
nothing
bitch.
else.
That is such a good solo top 10 for you. First name Actual, last name bitch. Write the song. It writes itself.
Thank you. So listeners, if you're going to a party and you see AB is attending,
you can RSVP no in advance and you won't get any notifications for the party.
I fell for it. Like at the beginning, they were like, hey, it's just Partiful. It's fun. Don't you want to be part of the gang? Right? So it's a picture. And those other guys are sitting there like cutie hot pictures. Mm-hmm. Is it my same one? Probably on Grindr, probably. And so, I posted it. And now it's just like, I feel like I got tricked. Like I would be fine with an SP, or whatever.
That would be funny if it was actually just a picture of a dick.
Would they let us? It'd be so great if they did.
Okay. This is a penis.
I was like, what's my picture? It's just like a 4-year-old picture probably from the first time I did Partiful.
I mean, whatever.
Memories. I'm catfishing people.
Speaking of parties, should we get into
Friday the 13th
part 3?
Wow, that's a segue. Master of segue.
We're
so
getting
gay
good.
as a segue.
Do you have some fun facts for us before we launch in?
You know what? I have some fun facts for you before we launch in.
Because you said you had them earlier.
A few little fun ones. This isn't really a fun one, but the movie made 36 mil, actually almost 37 mil, with a budget of 4 mil. So
they got my like $5 at the time.
Yeah. Pretty sizable hit. This was the first of the Friday the 13th films to use the iconic hockey mask, which has been in every sequel since then. I think this was, let's see.
Oh, I was like, why? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Behind me.
Oh, it is. That's the same one, right?
The costume when I made Chris dress up like Jason.
So put it on for the podcast.
Yes.
And my erotic fantasies.
It's hard with glasses, but
this was originally a 3D production. Wait, I copy and pasted this from IMDb trivia, so it's kind of lengthy. Hang on a second. This movie became
taking a photo of us. Sorry,
you guys keep talking, and you guys keep doing what you're doing. I'm just going to keep reading. So this movie became the first Paramount film in 3D since 1956, as well as the first ever 3D film to receive a wide theatrical release. So Sam, you saw it in its original, as the director intended form.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone actually intended for this
Wait a
movie.
minute. In West Virginia?
That's where I grew up.
Where in West Virginia? I should know this.
Wait a minute. Romney.
I'm from Charleston.
Like this?
I'm from Charleston.
No, you're fucking kidding me. Wait, how old are you? How are you? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Should we save this? Let's save this because this is a long conversation.
Yeah.
Jesse?
Yeah.
You don't have the accent at all.
I really worked.
Mine got beaten out of me.
Yeah, I really worked on it.
Yeah,
I really worked on it. I remember the last time someone clocked it was in 2013. They're like, "Where are you from? Your accent's weird." And I said, "I'm gonna get this out."
That's why you're such a little sweetie.
My sister, my mom, it runs thick. It runs thick. Yeah, mm-hmm. It comes out like every now and then. But yeah, Charleston
when
boy.
You're drinking.
Wait, what?
Wow. When you're drinking, it comes out.
I mean, I don't really drink.
That's how I was.
I don't really get drunk like I used to. But yeah, I guess when I do drink, it comes out of my bowels.
Does it come out when you're with your family and stuff?
Not because,
mine comes out a lot.
It does. Yeah, maybe more than I care to admit. But yeah,
mine does.
Oh, Sam, this is so sweet.
Yeah.
I'm going to start crying.
That's wild. I went to WVU.
Me too.
No.
Yes. 2013,
Jesse.
I graduated. Yeah. I went to the Percy.
You're so young.
I went to the, it used to be the Percy. Oh my God. I was a journalism graduate, but it's now the School of Media. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I think that happened after I left because I graduated in 1980 and 6.
What did you study?
Theater department. And then I moved out here to do an actor, and then I did it. That's why I'm like, well, that's a whole different conversation where I'm like, I don't understand why they don't ask me back more because I'm like the only, me and wait for it, who I went to college with for 2 years, Cheryl Hines.
Oh my God.
Ooh, I bet you they asked Cheryl back.
Wait a minute. Cheryl Hines is a WVU grad?
She was only there for 2 years in the theater department, then she left and went back to Florida.
Oh my God.
I want to talk about this later, Jesse. We will talk because I want to talk about the movie because I have a lot of questions and a lot to say.
Yes, please. Wait, I love this. Yeah, how are we supposed to focus going forward now? Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you not go check the Wikipedia of famous West Virginians and find my name on it because I'm so famous in West Virginia?
I haven't Googled famous West Virginia. That's not true. Have I?
In a while.
I don't know if I have. It's been a while. All I know is that my high school,
it ain't just
George
Jennifer
Washington.
Garner.
I was gonna say,
okay.
In my high school, there was like this kind of I remember there being a bizarre shrine near the office to like Jennifer Garner. It was like
so that's where my sister-in-law, Coco Pancake, real name Carrie O'Hanlon Hill, and her sister Heather Hill both went to George Washington because they went to high school literally with Jennifer and knew her.
I'm sure we know some of the same people. 100%. You don't go. You're not from West Virginia and not like no.
Yeah, because it's like a small town. It's like being from the same small town.
It is. And you know what's funny is even unfortunately the way that it is now, even people from West Virginia are still like, yeah, I'm from West Virginia, and there's like a sense of like, I don't know if pride is the right word, but like, I don't know. When you're from a small town, it's like,
yeah, because there aren't that many of us, let alone ones that make it out to LA.
I know.
Or New York or whatever. Because people stay there. Y'all know how it is. You know how it is.
Wow. I'm shook. I don't, what other notable facts do I have, you guys? I think besides the fact that I'm from West Virginia, as well as you, Sam, I don't know that this is notable. To prevent the film's plot being leaked, the production used the fake title Crystal Japan after a David Bowie song. And this began an on again, off again tradition of giving the Friday the 13th films David Bowie song titles during filming. So Friday the 13th is like canonically queerer than maybe
I wonder what the other
recognize.
ones were. I'm curious. It's probably on the Wikipedia somewhere.
Yeah. Not as interesting, but go ahead.
Can I hop in with a couple fun facts?
Please, Stuart.
So this is the first Friday the 13th movie that was filmed in California.
Mm-hmm.
They built the whole camp and the entire lake in Saugus up in Santa Clarita.
Okay.
Which is why you never see more than a few yards of lake because it's literally all they had.
Oh, I filmed in Saugus before, and
Yes.
I do believe you have too, young Stuart.
I'm trying to remember which ranch it's on, but the barn is still there. The house burned down a few years ago.
Oh, I saw that the house burned down with like some fan trying to light a fire in the fireplace. I'm surprised it lasted that long, right?
Yeah.
They don't usually build it to last 40 years, but
no,
like 2 sticks of wood.
But it was like they built basically a full house to film in.
Wow.
And that's my filming location corner. I think this one through 6 were filmed in California. 7 was filmed in Alabama, and 8, 9, 10 were all filmed in Vancouver. So
Alabama.
Yeah, because Jason Takes Manhattan is not Manhattan. It is
it's
sure.
It's Vancouver and then one day in Times Square.
Gotta say, anytime a movie is like set in New York and not filmed in New York, it's like really painfully obvious. Like Scream 6 was the last one. I think I was like, Jesus, guys,
the
really
most Toronto movie I've ever seen.
Yeah,
or it might be Montreal.
Yes.
So
oh my god, it was laughable.
I guess my note
they
is
were trying to make that New York.
If anyone listening is like filming something or thinking of filming something and they're considering not shooting in New York and calling it New York, don't do it. Just go to New York.
Don't do it. Spend the money. Also, things that are like there was a period, especially in like the late 90s to mid thousands, where like they were shooting in Vancouver and Toronto for LA. Like my gay ass remembers the Judy Garland, which Judy Davis won all the awards for, and she should have, but it was so like my Brentwood mansion, and it's clearly some dark house in Canada with a few palm trees slid in behind with those dark skies that we almost never have here, you know, like not the white overcast but the gray dark clouds. I'm like, and it just everyone feels cold and Canadian. I love Canada, don't get me wrong, but it ain't LA.
I know Canada's like out here,
like Inland Empire being Poland for Los Angeles.
You're talking about the David Lynch movie because that's different, you know. That's another beast.
I mean, that's
entirely.
David Lynch. He can do what he wants.
It's actually the most David Lynch thing to make a movie set in LA but filmed in Poland.
Very clearly Poland. Oh, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Maybe I'll watch that tonight when we get off here. I'll just blast Inland Empire as loud as possible. My new roommate will be like, "What are you watching?" And I'll be like, I don't want to talk about it.
Isn't it like 7 hours?
Yes, it's like 3 hours long. 3 hours and incomprehensible.
And completely filmed on mini DV.
Yes.
Oh, right. My ex was the king of Twin Peaks and David Lynch people, and I was like, because he's so much younger than me, I'm like, I am, and then I realized, oh no, bitch, you've been to Twin Peaks, you go to the festivals, you like,
yes,
he's still like that, like I'm not capable. I think because I work in the industry, I'm not capable of that level of fanaticism about anything. And I kind of envy those people, the ones you see at the cons.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Do you think it's,
I have trouble with that too, where I want to go to horror conventions, but I feel like I would feel weird.
Like, what do you mean?
Just even just as someone who works in movies, I don't know. Like, I feel like I couldn't release myself to be excited.
I have been, I wouldn't say dragged, but one of my best friends is Roz Hernandez of Ghosted Paranormal Podcast fame. And she loves those and she goes to them. Yeah. And she gets, even me too, get recognized a little bit sometimes. But so I went to my first one with her and now we go kind of a couple times a year. Yeah. And so I love it though. I give myself over, obviously it's the nicest, most warm, lovely group of people, the horror fans. Everyone's so cool and wonderful and so creative, and we're all nerds about different things, and everything is there, and I fucking love it. And I got over my I know too much about how the sausage is made. For me though, I don't get to be any horror stuff, so I'm it's still magical to me. So but the thing that I've had is the last time we went to Son of Monsterpalooza, I think it was in June, I always know, not always, but often know people who are signing. So it's kind of hi. Kind of like a drag con, same thing. But here, and the last time we went in June, and I was on Charmed just as one guest star, and we walked down, and there's Rose McGowan and Holly Marie Combs both signing. And I was just like, I know Rose, and Holly Marie, it was pointed out to me later, killed me on Charmed. I thought it was Alyssa, but it wasn't. I've never really watched it. And
Iconic mistake.
Right, yeah. And because I said that once and some guy was like, no, Holly Marie Piper killed you. And I'm like, okay, calm down, nerd. And then I was like, what's the protocol? Because I've had people like Rachel True and people I know like, oh my God, hey, Rachel, hi.
Right.
Like, and she's like, people that I would kind of have to be like, hey, hi, I did it. Like Rose, I think would remember me because we knew each other outside of that show. But, and this is just, I understand I'm doing some disgusting name dropping, but like, what would the protocol be? I don't want a picture with you. I don't want you to sign anything. I just want to say hi.
Yeah,
right.
just here.
And then one time I went back through because Malin Ackerman was there, and Malin, like, Carlo Gugino, who I know, but intimidated by, I didn't say hi. And then we went by the second place, and Holly Marie, no one was in her line, and Rose had a line. So I was like, now's my time to go to Holly Marie and say, hey, hi. But then, like, where do you go with that? And you don't know if it's going to be a person who's like, oh my God, nice to meet you. That's so cool. Yeah, it's nice to, not that they would remember, because the people don't remember, and all the millions of demons they killed. But like, she could be nice about it. But some people would be like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Like, not interested unless you're a fan. Not here to talk to guest stars who never made series regular. Right. Just here to talk to fans.
Was she? But did you say anything to her? You were like,
no. My point at the end of that story is no, I did not. No, I missed my shot. That's a bad ending to a story.
No, I don't blame you.
I'm sure conventions are really weird as a participant.
Yeah, I mean, weird for everyone. Well, maybe not everyone, but
yeah. No, some people have a good time of their lives, or they're living. She's living for this, Yeah. So,
well, I feel like they being the talent has to like field emotions that are like inexplicable, right? If someone's like, if Charmed, for example, like if Holly Marie Combs' character like imprinted on someone at a young age, like confronting that for Holly Marie must be like really intense. You know what I mean?
In like a 30-second window.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like Holly Marie, like I came out to my parents and blah, and it's like, what does she do with that? Like,
I've been around my friends who are in those positions who are like, it's people have a lot to say, and it's very emotional, and it's very like it's a lot to deal with.
Totally.
But the best of them are like great at it, have learned how.
Yeah.
Well, it is like it's an interesting just in the horror field, how many people who are in movies like Friday the 13th Part 3 who have like this real
good for you, Stuart.
But like all of these actors, I saw them all at a Q&A for a screening of this movie, and it's interesting. And like the actress who played Debbie and went on to be like a really big local reporter who was like
Tracy Savage. Yeah.
She was like she was almost held in contempt during the OJ trial for not giving up a source.
God. Good for her.
But like she still will. I've seen her at a Q&A for Friday the 13th Part 3 3D, which is incredible. That it's like this is not a good movie. I will. If we already know, Sam feels that way. I have a stronger connection to this movie than you do because I saw it as a kid, and I saw it. Friday the 13th is not my favorite franchise, but I always sort of try to meet them where they are, which is like dumb.
Yeah.
And so if I can be dumb, which I can be dumb.
Yeah.
I can have a good time watching a Friday the 13th.
When they go dumb, you also go dumb.
I go dumber.
Yeah.
Got it.
I go lower.
Yeah.
There you go.
4.
I understand that this movie is not good, but I think it's markedly better than the first 2 movies. Like this is much more cohesive and coherent.
Yes. Jesse, that is insane to say in a public setting.
That's not insane to say. Are you kidding me? There is a
Jesse,
grasp.
You're making our state look bad. I just want to tell you that.
Parts 1 and 2. Okay, part 1. Okay, sure. It's a little
part 1 I'll give you, but part 2 is basically the closest this franchise gets to a masterpiece.
Just not that.
That's Jason Lives. That's gonna be Jason Lives.
Can I tell you even more details about my name dropping life? When I worked, my day job was 91 through 97, was working for a commercial casting director, and I saw every actor ever, and I would see constantly Amy Steele and John Fury from part 2. along with lots of other people who I didn't know at the time because no IMDb, no internet, no like I'm sure it was on their resume, but like Amy Steele and John Fury both were the kings of commercials back then, and they were both lovely. And I just wish I had known then to look and know that that's who I'm dealing with, even though it wasn't my favorite franchise. I understood what was scary and great about the first one with Jason jumping up at the end, and then the second one, or like Mrs. Voorhees in the first one, but like the second, whatever. I honor the first one for what it is. I just like when I saw 3D, I was kind of done with it, and I still carried what I needed and wanted from this movie as a teenager, and I didn't get, because it's just not that suspenseful. That's the other thing. It's not suspenseful.
But I will say it's not suspenseful, but it is. I think maybe workmanlike is the word I'm looking for. Like it gets in, does its job, and gets out. Like there isn't there's not a lot of like flashy craft, or if any craft on display.
A lot of this movie is limited because of how bad the 3D camera was. So they spent the majority of this movie throwing yo-yos and wallets at the camera, and then they had to film all the other non-3D scenes as fast as possible because they were running out of time. So they would spend a whole day of Shelley throwing a wallet at the camera, and then they'd have to film the rest of the scenes at the gas station as fast as possible with only one take.
I see.
And this movie, I've just know a lot about it, and I'm sorry. Because of how bright the camera had to be, that's why there's so much light in every scene, including after the electricity has supposedly gone out. There's still an incredible amount of light because the camera couldn't pick up because it needed to be bright. Because when you put the red and blue, it darkens it. So this, and this was pre
Avatar
digital color balance and stuff.
No, this is after Avatar.
Oh, this is post Avatar. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. Well, no, it wasn't clear on that.
Get your timeline right, pretty boy.
Yeah, this movie came out in 2010.
Great year.
But I have seen this movie
when I was a teenager. It all tracks.
3D. And when I saw this movie, they did a 40th anniversary at the Chinese theater in one of the smaller theaters. And seeing it in 3D, I was like, okay, this movie does make sense, but only in 3D.
You guys, I don't know. I didn't hate it. Sorry to the state of West Virginia. I didn't hate Friday the 13th Part 3.
This is top half,
and you're an actual bitch. So
I'm a bitch. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Should we hop in a little bit?
Sure.
We sort of start with, I think Chris, the final girl in this movie, is immediately at a disadvantage because they start with a scene of Jenny, Amy Steele from the last movie. And you're immediately going to compare her against the much better actress, Amy Steele.
Amy Steele's fucking amazing.
She is amazing. She is amazing. But gotta say, apparently I'm a huge defender of this movie. Chris is a great name. I love the name Chris for both genders.
Me too. As someone who's married to a man named Chris.
That has a step up. I was like, okay, Chris. Second up, she's a great screamer. She's a really good
She's a good screamer. Yeah.
So I have no problem with any of the acting in this movie. I'm not looking. I'm like, the actors are doing their level best. They're not getting directed as actors. I am on their side, all of them. Everyone's
how quickly
taking a full swing at the bat.
How quickly I gave up and was like,
as
Chris
actors.
is great. No, but they weren't.
It's
a lot of them
it's
weren't
the direction.
Actors.
Yeah.
Right. Like okay. Yes. I think they do a good job. I'm not coming for the actors.
Right.
Me neither. I would never do that.
I know. That being said,
just do it.
The first 6 minutes of this movie are the last. It's just the last movie.
Previously
it's just the end of the last movie, which I don't know that I've actually ever seen. Like the full 6 minutes.
Well, and it gets worse in this franchise.
Friday Part.
No, I have seen Part 2. I'm sorry, I meant like conceptually. I haven't seen a movie that's like, let's just shove in 6 minutes of the last movie. Like as
this
franchise
how many
does
people,
it a lot.
Yeah.
including me this time, watching it on Pluto and then having to dump that and buy it on Amazon. Pluto was so glitchy.
So you paid money
on
to
Amazon
watch
where I'm
this
like, they put the wrong movie on. This is Part 2. This is, before because it just goes right into it. It's just
it goes right into it.
Shameless.
Yeah. Previously on
Shameless
Friday the 13th.
No, truly. Yeah. I watched it I Googled Friday the 13th Part 3 online, and I watched it that way.
Classic.
But yeah, it's shameless. So
Well, and then this movie then goes into a one-act play about a very age mismatched married couple, Harold and Edna, who run a grocery store, and he can't stop eating, and she has curlers in her hair.
You know
they're throwing things at the 3D left and right. But
reminds me of home. You know,
they die 15 minutes into this movie. The first 15 minutes of this movie are previously on, and then these two characters that never come back.
It's the thing of like, she's so coded in the like 1960s, 50s, like nagging housewife who would be probably around 40 or so. And this woman is maybe in her early to mid 20s, and they have her style with the rollers in her head and a big, like, it's like they cast, it was written to be someone who's like 50, like a Lucille Benson in Halloween 2 or whatever. Right. And then she's like, is that the one? Yeah. And then whatever it is. But then it's like, and he's, I like that they're like the Great Train Robbery poster randomly in your little like convenience store, because that was the first kind of 3D effect. What a nice nod. I'm glad you took your time with that piece of information, because and this poor woman is doing her best. She's anyway, I right away was like, what the fuck is happening?
But she clearly, she clearly was an actress they brought in to audition for the other young roles.
Yes. Yeah.
And then they liked her enough to put her in the movie, but not enough to make her one of the young girls. So they just put rollers in her hair and said, okay, you'll be the woman who dies at the beginning, who's married to this like 50-year-old man. And like, if we put curlers in your hair and make you act like a nag, people will think you're 60.
Makeup. We're not going to help you out at all with makeup and lighting. Beautiful young woman. We're going to make you look hideous. And she was like, does it pay scale? I don't do it.
Will I get my health insurance hours?
Yeah. Because that's exactly what I would have said.
Wait,
no shame.
I should know her name. We should know her name.
Her last name is Moggins. I remember that from looking at it just now. Because here in general, may I jump in? May I say a piece?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies where the women are all the same. They're all the same character. The men are a little bit like, one's goofy with curly hair, Shelley. One's a little older, Rick. One can do on his handstands, acrobatic.
Oh my God, what was going on with that?
And then there's like Tommy Chong guy. Yep. But like the women, there's like one where like her mother's Mexican or Spanish. She is a white lady. She's doing that role named Catherine Parks. Maybe it's not her real name. I don't really know. But like they didn't care or decide to write any distinguishing features of any of these women, except for Chris has a terrible flashback to getting sexually assaulted by Jason.
Totally essay coded.
I forgot about that shit.
Yep. I was actually reading in the trivia that it was supposed to be more maybe pronounced, but they were worried that moviegoers were going to be like, we're here for a good time and we don't really like want
not my Jason.
Rape. We don't rape, which is surprising in this nation that they didn't go for it, let's be honest. But like, they were like, rape. So we want people to stay with Jason through a franchise, so we don't want him to also be a rapist.
Yeah.
And yet, don't think about what Freddy Krueger did to those children, because he was didn't just
murderer.
Yeah, that's all.
Jeez.
But it is interesting.
Also,
how many
while I'm on it, I'm sorry, I'm an interrupter. It's a part of my charm. So we meet all these people, a lot of people, just to be lined up and killed off, like the Tommy Chong guy and his girlfriend, whose name is Chili, turns out.
Chili, the food.
Like the food. And then there's like, but why? Who are they? And they're like, and then also the other gal is pregnant. Like she's like, we're pregnant, just so everyone knows. And then they don't. Is she really pregnant, or is that like a bit?
Oh,
I think she's really pregnant.
Is she?
Oh, it's so sad.
She says it.
She's hardly murdered.
Yeah.
Also, I
definitely thought it was a bit. I don't know why, but I was like, haha. No, wait, Sam, what were you going to say?
I just have a lot to say. I could just go off. I talk too much.
Go off.
No, we love it.
That's the point of the podcast.
Okay. Here's the thing. I don't know. What was I going to say? See, now I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
We were talking about being pregnant.
Oh, I'm pregnant. The Immaculate Conception. But like, when they run into Ali and Loco and Fox at the convenience store.
Yes.
Like, what? What?
Yeah.
Why? How?
Infinitely more interesting characters than anyone who's in the house.
Yes.
Too bad they don't stick around too long.
One of which sticks around until the end. Surprise
When Allie
jumps
just
up.
pops
surprise resurrection.
Yeah, surprise resurrection.
But then immediate death.
Can I say on your queer podcast the fucking package on this dude? Don't tell me you didn't notice the well-formed short jeans. I missed that about the early 80s. It's like everyone had that pair of jeans they wore all the time and no underwear. Not everyone, but lots of guys. And you could be like, there it is. With literally a space rubbed out on the denim. And I don't regret those memories at all. But Christ, I wanted more of him.
If the Friday the 13th franchise is good for anything, it's showcasing, it's objectifying people's bodies.
Yes.
mostly women.
Mostly women.
They're bulges.
But gotta say, Friday the 13th Part 2, everybody's hot. Everybody is hot.
Yeah, they are. They really are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of that. Who is Chili? Is she married to that guy? Also, there's two scenes of people sitting on toilets. Like, do we need that two men taking dumps?
Actually, I wrote that down. I was like, great representation for people who like do things while also being on the toilet, like pooping. The guy, one scene, he's chugging a dark liquor, not I think maybe whiskey, and the other scene, I think he's smoking weed, right?
Yeah, he's smoking weed. He's Tommy Chong coded.
Yes,
he's fully Tommy Chong coded.
When they go out to the van, it almost feels like those characters just showed up in the van.
Like they appeared. Yeah,
we've had a whole scene of the three characters driving to this house, and they're talking about Vera. And then they get out and they go and they're doing all their little things, and he's wearing a mask that looks kind of terror trainy.
And
then they go up and they introduce Vera, whose mom only speaks Spanish, and except for. But and then they go back and they're like, wait, it feels like those people magically
Our
appeared.
van's on fire. The van's on fire. No, it's not. But then
they had
hotboxed.
They had enough weed that they were like, stay with us. Come to Higgins Hideaway.
It's like if
when
you
they
knew
have to eat the weed.
Oh my God. That was pretty amazing. I'm sorry. I was like hooting and hollering. Also,
they were jamming down. Of course, there's no ill effects later, just so we're clear, after they eat all this fucking rough ass Romney red ganja weed in their mouth. Also, when Cute Acrobat's putting it in there, it's like, it's so green. It's like chopped parsley, clearly. I'm like, wow, where did they get that fucking dank? It's real green.
I think now would be a good time for me to send out a hypothesis. And I'm going to say post them eating weed is all a vision. It's all a drug-induced.
I'll take it.
Drug-induced.
Psychosis.
I'll buy that.
Psychosis. Because you're right, Sam. They were shoving. And it's like, how are they going to be alive?
And if they're not swallowing, they don't show them spitting it out when the cops go by them.
Yeah, but that sucks.
Well, then they still have weed for the rest of the movie, so they had so much weed that they all ate a bunch of it and still didn't eat it all.
Yeah,
because
this, my friends, was not that easy to get a hold of. You know, you had to drive to people's houses,
and it was shitty weed, which is the only reason they probably survived. Nowadays, if you ate that weed, you die.
Oh yeah, you would.
Yeah, medicinal weed. Yeah.
I'm not dead. No, I mean, before I got sober, like bad edible experiences of like popcorn or different things where I thought I was going to die.
Oh,
yeah. Every time I do edibles, I have a panic attack and have to walk for 4 miles to work it out of my system.
Same. I can't do it.
Who do they work for? I don't understand. Everyone, maybe a tiny little
who are
dibble dabble
operating at a different spectrum than I'm operating.
I think people who like the effects of marijuana, but maybe don't like smoking. Right, so like maybe like I guess a gummy is an edible, right? So, but yeah, I
would smoke any day because I feel like I can regulate it. I can take a couple puffs and then hand it off to the next person. But like if anytime, no matter how much I cut it up, an edible would just hit my stomach, and I would feel like I was going insane.
Stuart, I can't imagine you like
the last time I smoked, and I was already drunk and on cocaine. And I was already drunk and on cocaine at my birthday party in 2012. And I ended up in a rehab like just over a month later. My friend, it was like this new medical marijuana, and I was smoking it because I was never a big pot guy. I was always all the other drugs. And I remember like 2 a.m. at my house up in Silver Lake Hills on Waverly with my housemate, just like, well, having the time of my fucking life, grilling hot dogs at 2 a.m. because I was that bitch, grilling. And then like it hitting me and my face started going to the grill, falling over. And I remember like saying in my brain, hey, hands and arms, do your thing. And they were like, not interested. We are asleep. At the last minute, I was managed to do a roll and roll into the little flower bed next to it at the last minute. And that was the last time I smoked pot.
That is harrowing.
It's okay. It's not funny, but why am I like, it just is like I'm having all these drug memories.
I know. Well Friday the 13th part 3 is activating something in all of us.
It's triggering you.
That's what I'm telling you. This movie is powerful. This movie has weight. It's reach.
Jamie, what's your name? Jesse.
Jamie?
Jesse.
Someone did call me. No. Someone called me James the other day, and I was like, do I give a James? I think maybe.
Well, call him by his Christian name, which is actual bitch.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
if you're gonna call me by another name, it should be actual bitch. So get that through.
Can I share with you that A, you're right, this movie is working on us on levels we don't understand consciously. B, because my initials are Joseph Samuel Pancake JS, sometimes on the gentleman's apps I'll go by Jess because it's like JS and Jesse. Because it's one of my favorite names ever. That's all.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Well, he said Jess is one of his favorite names, not Jesse.
Yeah.
No, Jesse too. Jess and Jesse.
First name Jesse, middle name Morgan. My parents love a unisex situation. So.
Is it from Morgantown where you went to college?
No, it was from my dad's my dad's friend's dad. Sorry, why are we talking about my middle name? I don't know. Friday the 13th part 3. Okay,
so they go to a convenience store.
There's a giant rabbit. That's where
we're way past the rabbits.
We're way past the rabbit. Okay,
keep the eyeball.
We're at the the eyeball. We get a 3D eyeball that looks like clay. Maybe
it's really funny. It's
a terrible prop
for like 5 minutes.
It was a leftover test thing from when the eyeball pops out later. Is what I wrote.
100%.
Looks nothing like an eyeball. It looks more like a testicle, frankly, without its scrot on top.
100%. Yeah, it does. It's so funny. He's holding it like at the camera. He's like, "This is crazy. This is so crazy." I giggled.
You're like, who are you talking to?
And
You're facing away from the whole group of people.
Like,
I laughed. I was like, "This movie's pretty good, actually."
Well, I watched a video, not to go back to the convenience store I just said we're no longer at, but I watched a video talking about how hard it was to film the 3D, and the guy who dies at the beginning with the laundry thing, you can see him for a quick second look directly into the camera because it took them so many takes to get it that he finally just looked into the camera as he was doing.
Love it.
Who can blame him, really?
Yeah. Love it. Anytime that happens, I'm like, anytime someone looks at the camera, I get like a chill. Like, I'm like, ooh, I got a chill. It's like
down your
uncanny valley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they see me.
We had Tommy Doe on.
Hey, Jesse.
Yes, exactly.
We had Tommy Doe on a few weeks ago, and he was saying that every time he films anything, he spikes the camera at least once. He just looks directly into it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I would do. That's why I'm not an actor.
Oh, I've worked with Tommy. I know. Yeah.
You worked with Tommy?
We did one. I did one of his videos a while ago. Yeah.
Oh.
Many moons ago. I don't remember what it was about.
Another horror gay pod family.
Yeah. We're building a cinematic universe. We're putting together a team.
We're putting together a team.
Where I'm at in my notes is the racism scene at the convenience store before the bikers. But I will say, not to defend this movie, but this movie is
Jesse's job.
This movie is trying to do. It's trying to do the exact formula of the last movie because they're not going to reinvent the wheel because they're too busy paying attention to the 3D. But they're also trying to make it a little bit more complicated by like giving one of the side characters a racial background that I don't know if the actress has, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
And then having someone lob accusations of using an EBT card or food stamps at her.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
So crazy.
You're so right. I didn't.
In the middle of this 3D.
I take back what I said about
movie.
This movie not being that bad.
No. But see now
so right.
I'm not defending this movie because that is a wrinkle that the other two movies have not added.
Yeah.
There's not been
racism?
A lot of yes. And if there's one place you're going to find racism, it's rural New Jersey.
Perhaps.
God.
Yeah. And it's not Santa Clarita, even though they're at a 76 gas station.
Yeah.
Classic.
Wow, you're
so
so
they
right,
run over the bikers' bikes.
They being Shelley. A great name for a great name, period. But love that for a guy as well.
You love a gender neutral name.
Yeah.
Shelley?
Sure.
Shelley?
We get what's his name? What's the
Shelley?
male bike? The male biker
Chili?
with the big dick.
Oh, that's the girl. That is Ali.
Ali, yeah, we get
Ali,
him
yes.
punching
Ali,
through
Loco,
a window
and
with a
Fox.
chain.
Yes.
Yes.
I do want a side quel. I just want to know what they're doing.
Well,
What's going on there?
I want to see how they got here. I want to see where they go between
What their
there
lives
and the thing.
are.
Yeah.
Are those guys
Yeah.
fucking? I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting.
I think it's a throuple. I think it's a bisexual throuple.
I kind
Yes,
of got
that makes sense to me. That tracks.
It's a polycule.
Yes,
and they
yes.
didn't have the words for that back then. They
they
just
had the
knew they
hearts.
liked what they were doing.
Oh, they had the hearts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
guys.
Mhm.
See, this movie's sweet and inclusive. Sorry, keep going, Stuart.
Except for the racism. Keep going. Yeah.
Except for the racism and So keep going, Stuart.
And now our polycule dies.
Yeah.
Death of a polycule.
Death of a polycule.
I like
The new Lars Van Trier's film.
I do like watching Rio. She's swinging on the swing in and out of the barn.
Yeah, that was fun. Yes.
And then she vanishes.
That was
I
good.
forgot about that.
That swing definitely had some character, you know. Before that moment, we see fucking Chris's boyfriend shirtless pumping away.
Oh,
Yes, Rick.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
sorry,
yeah,
I
all
should have
good.
highlighted
Oh,
that
well.
scene a little bit more.
yeah,
Very
this
hot.
This has some hot stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Anyway, so this isn't hot.
So they come because of the stuff with the VW and the
Yes.
running over the bikes. They come to
Right.
burn the barn down with all the gasoline. Is that their what they're trying to pull off, their scheme?
That's what I
Right?
gathered. Yeah, that's what I gathered. They said, "Here's a barn. We're going to set it on fire as our revenge."
Classic
that-
scenario.
Like
It's
you
like
do.
TPing at the sleepover, burning
Yes.
the barn. Yeah.
Yes,
I grew
Yes.
up with a barn, and we managed to never burn it down, even when my drug addict brother was secretly living in it, and we didn't know.
Oh my
Keep going.
God.
That's enough. West Virginia much? Yeah, keep going.
Well, and ironically for this movie, the house itself was the thing that burned down.
I know.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
the barn. The barn still stands.
Is
Does
it what
really?
is it called up there in Saugus?
It's the
we
something
did say we don't know
ranch.
the ranch. It's not Disney because that's further out. But
It's
like,
at the Warner Ranch.
No.
no.
Friday
Okay,
the 13th.
Jesse, talk about the deaths. I'm going to find the ranch.
Friday the 13th Part 3 Ranch. Veluzat movie ranch. Veluzat.
Yes.
In Saugus, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so we are at this time. Basically Jason just kills everyone in the barn.
Yes.
Our trio. That's pretty much it.
we think.
We think. Excuse me. We think.
We think.
Off camera,
He
we
kills
think Rio
Fox.
dies.
She gets
Yes.
like. You're saying Rio, but I thought it says Fox, right? As a
No,
character?
I keep calling. What's his name? Rio.
Loco,
No.
Ali, and Fox. Ali. Yeah.
Loco, Ali, and Fox.
Sorry, I have Duran Duran on the mind. So
Why wouldn't you?
In January, I was 0.02% of Duran Duran listeners on YouTube Music. I got that notification today.
Right.
Saw him in
That's
concert in
right.
'85. Whatever. One of his concerts. Elderly.
I saw them in concert in 2022. Like most
my God.
people. Most people.
You win.
Well, I've never seen them, so
Yeah,
I've
not yet.
Lose, I guess.
I'll take you someday.
Oh, I
if-
would love that.
I love they're still touring.
Yeah, they're
Hey, they're more relevant now than ever, thanks to 28 years later,
years
the Bone
later.
Temple.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah.
really
I'm a little
good.
afraid to. Okay.
It's good. It's really good. Yeah, it's really brutal, but it's good. Like it's enjoyable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they kill people. We have
Yes.
the flashback scene where she tells about the guy that attacked her.
Yes.
We have Walking on Hands Boy. We have the hammock. You have to figure out how to sleep and fuck in it.
Gotta say,
I do
have-
like the flashback. They do the sort of old school film technique of the
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Classic
yeah,
70s
yeah, yeah.
flashback in it. Yeah.
So for like 3 minutes, she's telling this uninterrupted story about the worst night ever, where she may or may not have been sexually assaulted by Jason.
She being
Well, first of
Chris.
all, her mother hit
Chris.
her for the first time.
Her mother hit
had
her.
never hit her before.
That's right.
Yeah, she had been out too late with Rick. I guess the actress is a super Mormon, and she had them take out a line that implied her and Rick had sex that night.
Wow.
But so
Ahead of her time.
she's
Secret
telling
Lives
the
of Mormon
story.
Very beautiful.
And then we get the like, and then we're seeing Jason without any mask, not the bag, not the hockey mask, just Jason's fucked up face.
Yeah.
Attacking her.
One of the many versions of his fucked up face we see throughout the franchise.
Yeah, there's not a lot of continuity with that face. It's not.
Nor should there be.
No.
Yeah. I think it's
every movie is a different Jason.
So this Jason's hot in real life. Did you see the pictures of him and his body in real life when they were doing the makeup? Sadly, he died kind of young. This one, his name was Richard Brooker, and he was, I think, German, or born in Germany, and he's very hot. And his body is very sexy. Look at the pictures on IMDb.
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh
yeah.
Whoa.
He also looks like a guy who would have been in Dynasty.
Yeah, he does. He also worked as an actor too. He's in some surf movie, but he looks like an 80s actor of that period very much.
Wow. Shame on them for not like putting him in the movie front and center. I mean, not
Jason's body
makeup.
should have been T.
Yeah.
It should have been. Yeah.
It'd be funny.
So,
everyone's like running away, and then Jason takes his shirt off and they're like, oh, actually, maybe.
Oh, wait a minute.
And that's when you learn which of the characters
Trisha
are actually
Paytas.
secretly gay.
Yeah. We also talked about how Shelley loves his pranks. He does like a axe through the head thing early on, but it's just a prank. So later when his throat is slit by Jason, they think it's a prank. They're trying to get this part I thought was kind of dear and kind of sweet. Where is it Vera who they're trying to set up because she's like they're like, which one's my date? He's like, it's me. I'm ugly. I'm fat. I have these are his words basically. I'm not saying any of that. Like I'm like ugly and weird. And I thought it was so sweet. And then she really does like him. Like she is like, hey, don't say that about yourself. And I think you're kind of great. And then this is the part where when I watched this, it was a long couple weeks. I was watching it, and when he drops his wallet and she opens it up, and there's a picture of him and his mom, and I swear to God, I got teary-eyed because it's like this sweet Shelley and his sweet soul, and then I had that wallet, I had that like nylon Velcro wallet. Yeah, I remember having that in '82. Mine was Pierre Cardin. Please hold your applause. Fancy, but we all have that like wallet, and she finds it, and she goes out in the fake lake that kept apparently springing leaks and draining in Saugus hillsides, and she picks it up for him, and all that is so cunning and dear, not cunning, but like sweet and dear. And then what does she get? Shot in the head,
crossbowed in the eye.
Crossbow. Now here's my question to you, young, handsome, smart gentlemen of horror. When does we see him in the hockey mask? Do we ever see where he gets it from? This is the first time. So
Shelley has it.
Okay.
So Shelley jumps out and scares Vera in the mask. And then she says, she's basically like, I would like you if you were more of yourself and not this asshole I feel like you're pretending to be.
Got it. Okay.
He goes into the barn, sort of off camera, gets his throat slit, which we see later.
Right.
Then Jason comes out with the crossbow and the mask that he was wearing.
Thank you.
And then that's Jason's mask from now until the end of eternity.
Because some shots later, you don't see him in the mask. You see his body jump down or whatever. And that's where I was getting confused about, like, I'm like, anyway, so thank you for clearing that up. I'm going to leave meeting. Okay. Just kidding.
Maybe they didn't have it on. Maybe they didn't have the mask on hand, like, always. And so
I also think they didn't know that this was going to end up being the iconic Jason mask. I think because
you're right.
Because he was wearing a bag in the last movie. He's wearing a bag for most of the beginning of this movie.
Right.
Like
the prop guy had a Red Wings mask for some reason, and he just like messed it around a little bit to not be Red Wings, which I believe is Toronto. Don't yell at me, but like
I think it's Detroit.
It was. I'm sorry, Detroit. I'm just thinking of heated rivalry.
Get it off the brain.
But I think when it came out, the audience was like, hockey mask good. And then the next movie, from the next movie on, they're like, well, that's all Jason's ever going to wear again.
Yeah.
Also, as different movies and different masks, clearly it still has the same axe chop from this one. That they were pointing out, no matter what, even yours, I don't know if yours does too, but like there's still the same axe wound, gaping axe wound in it. Even though it's like,
I don't think it's officially licensed. I think it's like a hockey bad guy face mask look. So I don't know if it can have. The one behind
The one
me,
that
I
you
think-
have? Oh,
I think
so you could do it yourself if you really cared.
Yeah,
I
That's all I'm
don't.
saying.
I don't.
I don't.
You need to invest in the Jason X mask, Stuart. The space.
Oh yeah,
one.
I'm gonna buy a silver
Oh
mask.
yeah,
That's a great.
that's got some pretty cool effects. Like when she
That one's
shatters.
fun.
I
Yeah.
mean, that
Yes.
is fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the sort of the problem with this movie is I think there were a lot of good ideas, and then I think a lot of it fell through just to make the movie 3D.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
This movie is
yeah.
very enjoyable and cohesive. So that's all I have to say.
The fact that you keep calling this movie cohesive is so funny because
is.
it's just not.
It makes me question whether you know the definition of that
And
word.
now you guys are making me question if I actually watched it or not, or instead of if I watched maybe part.
You just watched Friday the
4?
13th Part 2 again, and we're like, this is great. This is perfect.
I mean, I thought I was like, you know what? This is let me say this. This was better than it needed to be.
Yeah, I mean, this is top half of the Friday the 13th for me.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
it's not like this one. I will put this one on when I need something to not pay attention to in the background.
Fair
Sam,
enough.
Where does this sit for you in the franchise?
Uncomfortably.
A franchise you hate.
Where does this movie you detest sit in the franchise you hate? I can't. I remember like during COVID times where I watched the Crystal Lake Memories, that amazing documentary.
Oh yes,
So good.
The one that I really don't like. Which one is the sleeping bag one? Is
that's
that
the
6?
remake, right?
No, it's
No.
The one where he strings her up.
7, I think.
Oh.
Thunk thunk thunk. Yeah, that's really low because I remember they just the lack of suspense. There's more suspense in the first one. You don't know who's doing the killing. Jason. So number 1 is probably my number 1, right?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe number 2 is perhaps my number 2. After that, this is low down on the list.
Okay.
My own personal experiences with it being in the mix. I didn't see. I think I can remember like spottily seeing them throughout the rest of my young adulthood.
Right.
I didn't see Jason X or Jason Goes to Hell or Space Jason until like literally the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Or 5 or 6, and like I did a catch up during COVID times, lockdown times. But I remember liking
we had so much time.
I like the Laura Park Lincoln where she's the psychic one. Is that 5?
That's 7.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Wait, Sam, I think the sleeping bag one is the remake, right? Because Jason strings the person
The
up
sleeping
in the
bag
sleeping
happens 3 times. I think it's
Oh my
it
in.
God.
happened. Yeah.
I think it's in X. I
It
think
also
it's in
happens
the remake.
Like, Sleepaway Camp, maybe.
Yeah. So but it's also
one of
it's
them,
kind
not
of
all of them, not the
it's like a
first.
throwaway gag where it's not one of our main characters because this
Yeah.
movie introduces the concept of Jason. He's going to kill the main characters, but he's also going to go to the convenience store and kill those 2 people. He's
Yeah.
going to find randos. So I think it might be 6 or 7, but I'm honestly not sure.
They all come blur, and I can't speak knowledgeably enough on all of them to tell you where this lies. But like it's not in the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's near the
I'll just
bottom.
I
go
really
fuck
like.
myself
So I
then.
really like the one that
Can
we're
we
doing.
still be friends?
We're doing next, which is the one with Corey Feldman. I
Yeah,
think
that one.
that's- Yeah.
That's when things get interesting.
Okay.
And there's another twist. Oh, and then of course there's the one which I also didn't see, or I think I saw it and forgot, where like older Tommy becomes
Yes.
the one where Dick Wyant, who I knew, who turns out to be the father of the dead kid, and he's actually Jason, and everyone got mad. That actor, I remember him from my casting days, and Tom Matthews, who plays another grown-up Tommy,
Yeah.
which is the one after that, but that's 6 or 7, where he's at the grave and it comes back to
It's
life.
Frankenstein's
That's
back
the
to
best
life.
one. I think.
Yeah.
Jason Lives.
That's Tom
Yeah.
Matthews, another guy who's also in Night of the Living Dead 2 or Return of
Yes.
the Living Dead or whatever
yes,
that fucking
yes.
amazing thing is, Linnea Quigley, which I love. Now I love all those.
Yes.
Oh.
I think that's
I'm
my
a- I
favorite.
can be
is
a zombie
part
boy.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Lives.
There were elements of different ones that I like, and together you could, speaking of Frankenstein, let's just say Frank and Hooker them together into the perfect Friday the 13th, which does not exist.
Yeah. No, it's
yeah.
and
Certainly
like
not in this one. You know.
The reason
No.
I always enjoy these movies is because. Wait, what
I'm
happened?
scared. I'm scared.
I have a question. I have my hand up for once.
Yes.
I feel like I interrupt too much. Some nerd should do a super cut of like the best parts and put it together into a cohesive movie of the perfect Friday the 13th. Take it and run with it.
Before Jesse does that, we should
Define cohesive.
make sure you know what the word cohesive is.
You guys, whatever.
Listen,
meeting,
Jamie, Jesse, whatever your name is.
Actual bitch.
Actual bitch. I understand, but one thing leads to another, and it all makes perfect sense. I do understand that. There's like, now we have characters, we don't know who they are. We have women who are interchangeable in terms of the way they're written. But I do know what you see, but I think that makes it a little bit more like, for me, a little more pedestrian and uninteresting.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll trade some cohesiveness for some more interest.
I think I think I just went in with very low expectations. Yeah. And those expectations were.
And I went in with very high when I first saw it, so fair enough.
Well,
okay. I did.
Historically, Jesse has not seen all the 70s, 80s classic horror slasher movies.
Famously.
And
I
grew up on them. So it's usually me being like, but Terror Train's actually really good. And then Jesse being like, you're an idiot. And so this one was shocking to me, where I came in and I was like, well, Jesse's going to hate it Friday the 13th part 3.
I came in being like, oh my God, Stuart's going to be so happy to hear that I like actually kind of like this one. And now I'm being lambasted in my own Christian house.
Listen, you beautiful Christian in West Virginia.
You may say,
how old are you? And you can hold up fingers. You can hold up fingers, but how old are you? Okay, young. So my point is this. Good for you for knowing this much. Do you know like Halloween and Exorcist and Psycho and Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah.
Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Phantasm.
You've seen the classics, but you haven't. You're not a big sequel boy, I think, too.
I think I don't think I rewatch. I'm not as much of a rewatcher as you are, but I've by and large seen most of the maybe classics isn't the right word, like fundamental like pillars of horror.
Right.
But you haven't seen the Phantasm. You haven't seen the next level of the iceberg of horror movies, which is your Prom Nights, your Terror Trains.
Yeah, I would say that's probably that's probably the.
So it's like you've seen the top part. I live in the blue part that's
in the
under the water,
in the hell, in the frozen hell.
And I have that too, just by living so long and having so much available. And I did a lot of catching up during COVID. I would like to recommend, in terms of fun, this period-ish, like mid to early 80 to 85-ish, April Fool's Day, which I think is really fun.
We've covered.
Happy birthday. Okay. Happy birthday to me. I start to lose track and lose interest when we get to like, oh my God, what's the one with fucking Angel and is that
Valentine's Day?
Valentine's.
I love Valentine.
No, Valentine. See, I don't, the one with the eyes bleed.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah, okay. No, it's not good. When we get into that period, that's where I start to zone out in terms of like, it's not even interesting historically for me.
Like early 2000s.
But I'm trying to think of more stuff to like, tantalize. But what I would recommend is this guy called Movie Timelines, and go to his horrors through the 70s, and he hasn't in the 70s yet, but like he's done literally 20s, 30s, 40s, and he's in the 50s now, and then 80s. And it's like you'll go through, and what you do and what I do is stuff I write down stuff that he talks about, and he's very entertaining and cute and fun and wonderful. And I jot down stuff that I want to watch from that, or rewatch that I'd forgotten about.
Smart. Okay.
That's what we've done. There's these documentaries, In Search of Darkness, which
I'm in the middle of it again, watching it. So good. That's another one like that. Jot it down. Yeah. Also,
and that's where I discovered Linnea Quigley, where I had just somehow missed a bunch of movies that had her in them, and then she was so captivating in those interviews. I was like, well, now I have to watch every movie she's been in.
Also, I would like to offer up some. Another one is Horror Noir, which is kind of like In Search of Darkness, but the black experience of people, which is amazing. And also Queer for Fear, which our pal Brian Fuller did, which is amazing. Yes. But also, oh my God, I totally spaced out. It'll come back. Sorry, keep talking.
I think Phantasm is probably the next on my probably like watch list.
I recommend it.
It's come up twice now, at least twice, right, Stuart?
Previously in a defamatory sense.
Yes, but now I'm curious because
that's something that I went into as a teen, and probably low expectations after seeing stuff like thinking it was another like whatever, but in a funeral home, and like truly being upset and terrified. It is not cohesive. Thank God. It doesn't. It goes off in crazy directions. So like go in with your expectations tempered, as we always should, and like whatever your experiences of the day, because that impacts me a lot. But like what I was going to say was, while we're on the topic, because I am a comedy horror person and I work in the worlds of comedy, is I would like to recommend the hilariously terrible Kathy's Curse from Canada, which is one of the most hilarious movies.
I need to watch that movie.
Oh,
I'm not familiar.
Listen? Oh my God, if we can find it, can we please watch it together?
77?
I love showing it to new people. Mm-hmm.
It looks like
Kathy's
it's on
with a C.
Tubi.
Okay, can we please do this? Will you be my friends? And can we do this?
Yes.
Because it is delicious, and I don't think I'm overselling it. Another one in that category is, and I just forgot about, there's another, it'll come back, another horror movie that's actually hilariously terrible.
So, Sam, we do Patreon exclusive watch along commentaries.
We do.
Can we do it?
We haven't done one in a while, but
listen,
if you will, and we can make the schedule work, we should do a Kathy's Courage commentary for.
Remember how I'm going to Palm Springs for 2.5 weeks to house it?
Yes.
Oh my God! What a gig!
We'll do a retreat.
Lucky me. That's the thing about being old is your old friends already have their retirement homes that they let you house it for when they go out of town.
Oh God,
their vacation houses.
Okay,
Palm Springs.
I think we've covered Friday the 13th Part 3.
I feel good about it. What are we missing? Wait a minute.
Jason dies. Ending.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the death of Jason. The death, quote unquote, of Jason.
Yeah, I do want to talk about this.
Oh, wait, no. Actually, no. There's a few things I want to talk about. Sure. I want to talk about Debbie and Andy's deaths. Because Debbie's in the shower and Andy is handstanding around.
Obsessed. I'm obsessed and I need him bad.
Well,
turned on. You
need him to handstand on top of you.
First of all, I was like, why is he in jeans? He should be naked. First of all, they just had sex.
Yes.
She's naked. He should be naked too.
Yes.
Especially if he's walking around.
Equality.
On his hands. Exactly.
Yes.
Post-fuck. He was post-fuck. They fucked in a hammock. Why would you put your jeans back on?
Well, he had to put the jeans back on that have the perfect little hole for his dick.
Fucking in a hammock does seem like not easy.
I've tried it. I don't recommend. It's terrible.
It does not seem like
one that had not the rope kind, but even the solids. Forget about it. It's not worth it. It's like fucking in a pool. Don't. It's never sexy.
Yeah, you're never
including showgirls. I don't like to fuck in water. I've learned that about myself.
Okay. No, it's not easy. I like throwing stuff away like that and then just going.
I'll stay quiet. Continue, Stuart.
Then we get Debbie reading a Fangoria in the hammock.
Yeah, that's right.
With
yes,
a really, really good fucked up Andy, his bottom half completely cut wide open.
What the hell is that? Like, I forgot about that. Like, look up and there he is stacked to a degree.
It looks like something out of The Thing. It is so repulsive and so this is not a movie with really good effects.
Is it right through his pelvis?
I think it's through his junk. Just straight through. Yeah, tip to taint. That. Yeah, like right there.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Okay, so that's that. Then we get the stoners die. And then we get Chris and Rick come back.
Yes.
Find the house empty, find the popcorn burnt. There's a lot of just
pop in the face, pop. I forgot that part where Chili and Tommy Chong both get chopped.
Yes.
And then we get they immediately kill Rick with the squeezing of the eye out to camera.
Yeah. Which is really impressive because Rick is a big person. Or he seems big.
Yeah. Well, he's a stocky, muscular dude.
Yeah, there's this weird anyone that could take him down, it would be him. You know?
There's this weird cutaway where Chris is like, Rick, where are you? And then Jason's outside covering Rick's mouth. And it is like a weird like scale where you're like, oh, Jason's big in this movie.
He's standing, I think, above on the step above him, but at the same time, like,
he's on an apple box.
He's on an apple box. Why can't he can still? Someone goes like, I go like this. I can make a noise.
Yeah.
He's not squeezing his larynx.
Jason has very meaty paws.
He has meaty paws, and Chris can't really hear outside.
No,
generally,
she's right here. She's literally right here. She's here.
It's so windy, though.
Maybe she was kind of hoping. Maybe she wasn't into him. She was kind of hoping he would go away.
Yeah. Is this your idea of cohesive, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, it is. Yes,
the wind.
I'm standing by it. Continue, Stuart.
Yeah. So
I also love when she's like, every time someone is blocked to be with a large piece of window beside them. You know, a body's going to be flying through. It happens in every single episode or whatever we call these franchises.
Well, and they did a good job in this one of cutting before they switched out the sugar glass, because often, I watch these movies and I try not to watch them as someone who makes
TV
shows
hard.
and movies, but it's in the back of my brain where I think I've said this on the podcast before, but if I'm really bored during a movie, I start to think about the schedule. And I start to be like, well, how many nights was the scene? Oh, they must have been tired. And then I'm like
sound pack. Should have put it on the ankle. Sound pack. Yeah.
But I always watch for the sugar window swap. And it's
yes.
And like in Halloween, there's a sugar window that you can see the whole scene. And so you know exactly which window, but it was $100,000 movie. Like they weren't going to cut and switch out the window. But this movie, it does a good job where the window does not look sugar, and I think it probably was, but they did a good window, or they had all the windows in the house matching.
Yeah. Well, they had the kind of like oldie windowy thing where the molding or whatever is kind of like a little frostedy, like muddy. Yeah,
but it did a good job. Yeah, and then he throws Rick's body through the window.
Yeah,
which I love. I always love someone getting thrown through a window.
He hauls that body through the window,
how. And that was a body. That wasn't a mannequin. I'm pretty sure, right? That was a stuntman.
Through the window, it was a body. Through the window, it was a mannequin, and then they from what I saw, through the window, it was a weighted mannequin.
Okay,
and probably a quarter weight, something to give it some heft to break the window.
Yeah.
But then they filmed a connective tissue of the actor falling and rolling dead.
Got it. Okay,
which in this movie's not always well done, but that was a really good sequence where it was like they had the weight on the body to make it look like he was throwing something, and then they had the connective tissue to the dead actual actor, and it works.
Comparable to Charlie's Angels Full Throttle at the end when Lucy Liu goes flying off the back of
because if there's one movie that really understands the weight of a human, it's Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
That's right, honey.
Well,
cohesive
I just
as hell.
Charlie, how your angels get down like that?
Yes.
How do they?
Yes, I'm always asking that question. Okay, Stuart.
Every morning you look in the mirror and you say, Jesse, how your angels get down like that?
God, this is such a good series. Well,
yeah.
Listen, I forget now in the blur and the whirl of my brain and all these movies going through my brain. How does he die in this one? I've already forgotten.
He gets axed in the face.
He gets axed
a couple times.
That's true. She hangs him, and then he doesn't die, and then he gets axed in the face.
Yeah.
Respect on Ali for bouncing back with his arm chopped off and immediately like getting chopped back down.
Yeah.
Dead.
We don't get to see his crotch, which I missed, so I'm so sad.
Bring it back.
Sad.
Bring it back.
So Jason is now dead, and we're never going to see him in another movie.
No.
And then she goes
into this franchise, is my understanding.
Yeah, she goes into the lake, and we get a Jason's mom jump scare for some reason.
Oh, that's right.
Well, she's dreaming. She's
dreaming, but
we don't know that yet, though. We think it's Mrs. Voorhees pop, even though her head's off.
Really? I was always kind of like she's dreaming, like she's gonna dream because she.
No, she is, honey.
Yeah,
she is dreaming.
Right.
Yeah,
but I mean,
this is the third movie in a row that ends on a dream.
Right.
When it unfolds before us, we don't know. But then, she's like, "Oh, I had a terrible dream."
Yeah.
But before that, did you think did you guys earnestly think? Were you like, "Oh, Jason's mom plot twist is back," or were you like,
because her head's been removed. Her head's been removed.
Yeah.
We see that in the flashback.
Right.
Also, props to Dana Kimball, who played Chris. I think her name's Dana Kimball, for having a proper, to the degree that she was capable of in this movie with what resources she had, of like, all my friends were killed and I'm traumatized reaction.
She's like catatonic.
Yeah. And just like,
she's smiling,
laughing.
She's in the car. She's like,
did you watch the cop that puts her in the car? He guides her in. And then he, a little too hard and a little too rough, sir, extra, shoves her head in the back of that cop car, like really rough and uncalled for-ish.
Yeah.
No.
It was
unprofessional.
This movie was prophetic in its showcasing of
police brutality.
Police brutality.
Yeah.
So
completely.
yeah.
And to a white woman, that would never happen.
Yeah, she was like in the back. She was like in the car. She's smiling.
She does
Crazy.
have brown hair, which for this franchise is diversity.
I was gonna say
That's
I
diversity.
read one of the fun facts I read. I think it was in the trivia. Was like most of the female cast is brunette. They're brunettes. There isn't really a blonde in this movie
because
there's not, which is unusual.
I think they brought them all in to audition for Chris, and then they just placed the ones that weren't Chris as Debbie, Chili.
Oh my God, Stuart, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
Because they had one day of casting for that, and they're like, just sprinkle it out.
And they were all, I can guarantee,
crazy.
They were all auditioning with the monologue of her describing the night.
That's right. Yeah. You're right.
Because that's like the only scene that she has any substantial dialogue.
I think Jesse Tabbitt said it best when he said, movies are crazy.
Movies
it's just
are
like,
crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, how... like we can sit and debate, but it's like there's so... You guys both know this, obviously, but like there's so much that goes into movie making that like maybe one day they just like had to grab something and like needed someone and that person was the only one that... It's just like, it's crazy. It's the fact that a movie gets made is like a miracle, you know?
Yeah. Charlie, how your movies get down like
exactly, that. Baby. Wow, now I'm going to get off here and watch Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Yeah. You're going to watch the most cohesive movie on the planet, Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
It's definitely the most like anime-esque. This is I don't
live action.
I don't need to. Yes. What were you saying, Sam? Sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, I was talking about this with friends the other night. Where, like, remember, like, Demi Moore? Oh my God, she's so hot. Her body's perfect. Can you believe she's 42?
Stuart and I were talking about that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy because that was such a big deal. And like, what does she have done? Or is she just mostly lucky? But then the thing is, now every 42-year-old is who's a female was expected to look like that, you know?
Yeah.
And we have more and more of the technology.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I remember there being like part of the marketing campaign was like, she's hot and she's 40. And it's like, wow, I can't
look how hot this old woman is.
Yeah, dude.
But it did push things forward. And she was married to 26-year-old Ashton Kutcher. Yeah. And it did kind of move things forward. And I love Mikey Madison. Have I worked with her? Yes. But I really wish Demi had won the Oscar. I really do.
I think so too. I
really do.
Okay, besides your one-man show, which is at Casita del Campo on the 17th and 18th of April, where else can people find you?
I just did a movie a couple weeks ago, which called Kill Me Now. I don't know if I can talk about it, but there's a horror aspect to it.
Ooh.
I'll say that. I don't know when it comes out. The wrap party's Friday, but like Keith Carradine's in it, and Colleen Camp, and Mina Suvari, who's a delight.
Oh my gosh,
and Mira Sorvino. So I just worked on it a day, but it was a great day, and I'm really excited to see it.
Oh.
And then I don't know what else is up, y'all. Papa needs a J-O-B.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just a blow.
Can we manifest? Can we manifest your next project as something horror?
Yes. I keep saying that actively on my podcast. That's what I have to talk about. Shit,
yes,
I have a podcast.
Promote your podcast.
Sam Pancake presents the Monday afternoon movie. I've done movie. Yeah. What's my podcast? Sam Pancake presents the Monday afternoon movie. It's 9:35. I cover TV horror movies from the late 60s through the 90s, mostly 70s, 80s, of stuff that I watched growing up, but like wasn't available forever to watch anywhere. And I have now 6 years worth of that. Okay. And then also an offshoot of that is me and one of my best girlfriends, Sarah Burns, who you can recognize from a million TV shows. Also, we're both like, she's younger than me. We're like, oh, we're these people that have been in everything. It's called Sam and Sarah Watch a Bonkers Movie. And we're doing like 70s crazy shit like The Baby and The Little Girl Who Lives Down. Some are more bonkers than other, but today we did Whatever Happened to Aunt Alice, which is the lesser known final trilogy of like, in terms of like the sensibility, not in terms of actual timeline of like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane and Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte and Whatever Happened to Aunt Alice from 1969 with Geraldine Page and Ruth Gordon as Aunt Alice.
Whoa.
So that's on my Patreon only, but later on we're going to make them public. I shouldn't say that. Join my Patreon, listen to my podcast, and watch old reruns I'm in legally so I get my residuals.
Yes.
Thank you.
What's your Instagram handle?
At the Sam Pancake.
Simple. We love it.
Incredible.
Thank you so much Thank you so much for joining us, Sam. This has been incredible.
It's been great.
Next week, you can check us. We're going to be talking about They Them starring Kevin Bacon. And can't wait to, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't wait to watch it and talk about it with you, Jesse.
Excited.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast has been presented and produced by Stuart Ross and Jesse Tevitt. Edited by Stuart Ross. All recording equipment provided by Photo Booth Productions. To support our podcast, join us at patreon.com/anothergayhorrorpod.